I, 27 male, am sitting here with my laptop, watching my ex-girlfriend Qley, 25, scramble to do damage control on social media. It's been 3 days since we broke up, and the entertainment value has been something else. We dated for 2 years, lived together for the last 8 months in my apartment. Not going to sugarcoat it. The relationship was dying for months. She quit her job at a marketing firm 6 months ago to focus on her art. Translation: she sold maybe 2 paintings on Etsy in half a year. I was covering everything: rent, utilities, groceries, her car insurance, even her Netflix. She promised it was temporary while she built her brand. The breaking point came last Sunday. She'd been out with her friends Friday night. Came home at 4 a.m. Whatever, we're adults. But then I saw her friend Mia's Instagram story. There was Qley grinding on some dude at a club, his hands all over her. The timestamp? 2:30 a.m. Clear as day. When I confronted her Saturday morning, she didn't even deny it. Just shrugged and said, "We were basically broken up anyway. You're never emotionally available." I'm sorry, what? I'm working 50-hour weeks to support both of us while you paint 3 abstract pieces and call it a career. And I'm the problem? I told her we're done. Pack your stuff. You got till Monday to find somewhere else to stay. She laughed. Actually laughed. Said I wouldn't dare kick her out, that I needed her. Sunday night, she was gone. Took her stuff to stay with Mia. Seemed pretty chill about the whole thing. Even said, "You'll come crawling back" on her way out. Monday morning, I wake up to 73 notifications. She'd posted on every platform. Finally free from toxic relationships. Butterflies: some people think money can buy love, but emotional manipulation and financial control aren't cute. Starting fresh and focusing on my art, my dreams, my journey. No more letting insecure men dim my light sparkles. Hashtag free at last. Hashtag toxic masculinity. Hashtag new beginnings. The comments were pouring in. Her friends calling me trash, controlling, abusive. People I'd never met discussing what a monster I must be. My phone started buzzing with messages from mutual friends asking what happened. I didn't respond to anything. Not one comment, not one message. Instead, I went to my texts. Found our conversation from literally 4 days earlier. Qley: "Babe, I'm stressed. Rent is due Tuesday." Me: "Already paid it. Like every month." Qley: "No, I mean for next month. Can you send it early? I want to order supplies for my art." Me: "Next month's rent? It's not even due for 26 days. Qley: "Please? I promise I'll start selling more pieces. I have commissions coming in." Me: "You said that last month." Qley: "I'm literally begging you. Don't be a controlling asshole." Me: "Fine, but this is the last time." Qley: "You're the best. Love you so much, baby, 2 hearts." I screenshotted the entire conversation. Highlighted the "I'm literally begging you" part. Posted it on my Instagram story with just one caption: "Toxic? Thinking face." Within 90 seconds, her post started getting edited. Within 3 minutes, it was completely deleted. My phone exploded with her friends unfollowing me. But also, a bunch of DMs from people saying they knew something was off about her post. Then the real fun began. Update 1. The entitlement came out fast. First, it was the angry texts. She'd blocked me Monday after deleting her post, but Tuesday morning I get a text from a number I don't recognize. That was so immature. You could have just let me have this. Now everyone thinks I'm a gold digger. It was Qley from her friend Bella's phone. I didn't respond. 20 minutes later, another unknown number. "You need to delete that screenshot. It's affecting my art business." What art business? "You sold 2 paintings for $30 each. Total." Then came a phone call from her mom, Diane. Now, Diane always loved me. Thought I was such a good influence on her daughter. That changed real quick. How could you embarrass Qley like that online? She's devastated. Diane, she posted that I was toxic and controlling. I just shared our actual conversation. "You should have been the bigger person. Now delete that story and apologize." Also, she needs help with her new apartment deposit. I actually laughed. She needs money? From her toxic, controlling ex. Don't be ridiculous. You were together for 2 years. You have a responsibility. I hung up, blocked the number. But Wednesday is when things escalated. I get a formal-looking email. The subject line: cease and desist defamation. It's from Qley, but written like she Googled legal threat template. She's demanding I delete the screenshot, pay her 3 months of transitional support for $1,500, and compensate her for lost art sales due to reputational damage, $2,000. Lost art sales from her non-existent business. The audacity was actually impressive. I forwarded it to my buddy Jake, who's in law school. He called me laughing so hard he could barely breathe. Bro, she cited emotional property rights as legal grounds. That's not even a thing. But here's where it gets good. Remember how I said she was staying with Mia? Well, Thursday afternoon, I get an Instagram DM from Mia's boyfriend, Carlos. Yo man, thought you should see this. Chloe's been telling everyone you're stalking her, and she's scared. But also, he sent me screenshots from Chloe's close friend's story. He was still on it apparently. Anyone know a lawyer who works for free? Trying to get what I'm owed from my ex-nail polish. Update. Might have to crash with different friends soon. Mia's being weird about me, staying more than a week face with rolling eyes. Why are all my friends suddenly broke when I need them? Fake ass people everywhere. So she's calling her own friends fake for not bankrolling her life. Beautiful. I kept everything documented, but still didn't engage. Until she made her next move. Update 2. She tried to break into my apartment. Not kidding. Last Saturday, 1 a.m., my Ring doorbell starts going off. There's Qley, clearly drunk, trying to use her old key, which I'd changed the locks already. Thank God. When that didn't work, she started banging on the door. I know you're in there. I need my stuff. What stuff? She took everything when she left. I have the doorbell footage of her and Mia loading up Mia's car with all her belongings. I didn't answer. Just called building security. They arrived in 5 minutes. Asked her to leave. She started crying, saying she lived here, that I was keeping her hostage. Security asked for proof of residence. She couldn't provide any because the lease was only in my name. They escorted her out, but she wasn't done. Sunday morning, I wake up to find out she started a brand new narrative on Twitter. A whole thread about how she's a domestic abuse survivor and how her ex, clearly meaning me, is weaponizing financial superiority and using systemic male privilege to make her homeless. The thread got maybe 50 retweets, mostly from her echo chamber of friends. But one of them was from an actual semi-popular feminist account with 30K followers who quoted it saying, "This is why we need to talk about financial abuse in relationships." Okay, now I was pissed. I kept receipts. Everything. 2 years worth. So I created my own thread. Since we're discussing financial abuse, let's look at some numbers. Rent I paid for her, $14,400. Utilities, $2,400. Groceries, $8,000. Car insurance, $2,800. Streaming services, $360. Her art supplies, $3,000. Money. She contributed $0. Paintings she sold while I supported her, 2. Price of those paintings, $30 each. Time she offered to get a job, 0. Time she called me controlling for suggesting she get a job, 12. But sure, let's talk about financial abuse. I attached every screenshot. Venmo request she'd sent me. Texts asking for money. The lease showing only my name. Bank statements showing all bills coming from my account. The popular feminist account deleted their retweet within an hour. Chloe's thread mysteriously disappeared. But the best part? Monday morning, I get a LinkedIn notification. Qley had updated her profile. Her new job status? Freelance art consultant at CJ Creative Consulting. CJ Creative Consulting doesn't exist. I checked. She made up a whole company to avoid admitting she's unemployed. Listed her job duties as curating experiential artistic journeys for high-value clients. Girl, you couldn't curate a sandwich if your life depended on it. Then Tuesday hit. I get a call from my landlord. "Hey, just wanted to give you a heads up. A young woman came by the office claiming to be your girlfriend and saying she was illegally evicted. We explained she's not on the lease, but she's threatening to call tenant advocacy groups." What did you tell her? The truth. She was never a tenant. She has no rights to the property. And if she keeps harassing our office, we'll involve our legal team. He also mentioned she'd asked if I had any lease violations they knew about. She was trying to get me evicted from my own apartment. The landlord laughed and said my record was spotless. But Thursday was when she played her last card. Update 3. She faked a pregnancy scare. I'm still processing this one. Last Thursday, I get a text from yet another unknown number. How many friends' phones is she using? I'm late. We need to talk. I didn't respond, but I did screenshot it. Good thing, too, because an hour later, Qley posted on Instagram, going through something really personal right now. Sometimes life throws you curveballs right when you think your free pensive face. The comments immediately filled with her friends asking if she's okay, sending hearts, offering support. A few seemed to catch on and started commenting baby emojis with question marks. Here's the thing. We hadn't slept together in over a month before we broke up. She was always too tired or not in the mood, probably because she was grinding on randoms at clubs. Unless this is some miracle conception, the math doesn't add up. Friday morning, another text. I bought a test. It's positive. We need to discuss financial support. Interesting how it immediately went to money. Not what should we do, or I'm scared, or any actual human emotion. I texted back one thing. Send me a picture of the test with today's newspaper next to it. Radio silence for 3 hours. Then, I don't need to prove anything to you. You'll be hearing from my lawyer about child support. I replied, looking forward to the paternity test then. She blocked that number too. But here's where she messed up. Bad. Because while she was texting me about being pregnant, her friend Bella posted an Instagram story of them at bottomless brunch. There's Qley downing mimosas like they're water. Tag location and everything. A screenshot of that too. Saturday, the narrative changed. She posts on Facebook, where her family follows her, about how she's dealing with a potential health scare and how her toxic ex won't even support her during this difficult time. Her aunt commented asking what was wrong. Her mom posted asking why she didn't tell her. Chaos in the comments. Qley just kept being vague, collecting sympathy without actually saying what was happening. So I did something petty. Maybe too petty, but I was done. I made a public Facebook post. I rarely use Facebook, but all her family could see it. Public service announcement. If someone claims to be pregnant but refuses to provide proof, drinks heavily in public, and immediately demands money rather than discussing options, please consider the possibility that you're being manipulated. Also, pregnancy tests are $10 at CVS, not the $500 someone just requested from me for medical expenses. I didn't name names. Didn't have to. Everyone knew. Her mom called me within 20 minutes, apologizing profusely. Apparently, Qley had been hitting up family members for money all week, claiming different emergencies to each one. Her pregnancy story fell apart when her own cousin pointed out the brunch photos. But the real satisfaction came Monday. Remember that fake company she made up? CJ Creative Consulting? Well, she'd been using it to apply for apartment rentals, claiming she was a successful consultant, making $75,000 a year. How do I know? Because one of the property management companies called me. She'd listed me as her business partner and used my phone number as the company contact. The property manager was doing employment verification. Hi, I'm calling to verify employment for Qley Jackson at CJ Creative Consulting. I'm sorry, what company? CJ Creative Consulting. She listed you as her business partner and says she's been employed there for 6 months. Ma'am, that company doesn't exist. Qley is unemployed and has been for 6 months. She's also not my business partner. We broke up 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying. We'll be denying this application. She'd done this with 5 different properties. They all called me. I told them all the truth. Final update. It's been a month since the breakup. Here's where everyone stands. Qley is currently couch surfing between various friends, but that network is shrinking fast. Mia kicked her out after she ate all her food and contributed nothing. Bella lasted 4 days before Qley borrowed $200 from Bella's purse without asking. Her college friend hosted her for a week until Qley tried to seduce her boyfriend. Yeah, she went there. Last I heard through the grapevine, she's staying with her cousin in a studio apartment, sleeping on an air mattress. The cousin already posted on Facebook asking if anyone needs a roommate because family is visiting longer than expected. The fake pregnancy mysteriously resolved itself with no explanation. She just stopped mentioning it after her family confronted her about the drinking photos. Shock. The art career has pivoted to her trying to become an influencer. She's posting daily about authentic living and financial independence for women. Her videos get maybe 40 views. Her latest one about how to spot a narcissist has 23 views and 18 dislikes. I wonder why. She applied for her old marketing job back. They said no. Apparently, burning bridges by walking out with no notice and bad-mouthing the company on social media has consequences. Who knew? Her family has cut her off financially after discovering she lied to all of them about different emergencies. Her mom called me one last time to apologize and mentioned Qley owes various family members over $3,000 total from her week of scamming. The best part? She tried to start an OnlyFans. It has 3 subscribers. One is definitely her creating a fake account. The username is literally ArtLover2023. One might be some random, and I'm pretty sure the third is Mia trying to be supportive. She's made $12. As for me, I'm doing pretty good actually. Started dating someone new, Amy from my gym. She has an actual job, pays for her own stuff, and hasn't once called. Me toxic for expecting adult behavior. Wild concept. My apartment is cleaner, my bank account is recovering, and I haven't had to deal with a single piece of performance art masquerading as home decor. Peace. Qley, if you're reading this, and I know you are, because Amy mentioned you viewed her LinkedIn profile from your fake consulting company account. Here's some free advice. Get a job. Any job. Starbucks is hiring. Target's always looking for people. Your art can be a hobby while you figure out how to be an actual adult. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that painting you were most proud of? The one you said would sell for thousands once you were famous? Your mom bought it at your gallery showing, aka Mia's apartment, for $50 out of pity. She uses it as a placemat for her coffee table. That's all, folks. Thanks for following this absolute circus. I'm going to go live my toxic, financially stable life now. Victory hand. Edit. Since some of you asked, yes, I kept all the screenshots and recordings. Yes, I have them backed up in 3 places. No, she hasn't tried anything lately because her cousin apparently showed her this thread and told her to stop embarrassing the family. The cousin is my new favorite person.